When buying new drivers, adjustability is now all the rage. But so many golfers aren't sure just how to adjust your driver to get the best results out of it. We often think that when we do buy a driver for adjustment, we look at the movable weight setting here. So you'll see that I have this in a neutral setting. That means if I hit the ball in the middle of the face, generally I should get the best results. But if I move this out towards the toe, you will see there that says it is now in a fade setting. Now that doesn't necessarily mean it is going to be a fading golf club, because I can still hit a shot that turns over from right to left, just like that. Now for me, my bad shot goes left, so that fade setting is the optimal setting for me if I want to change the centre of gravity. But what about if I have a slice? Should I move this weight from the fade setting all the way into the heel? And you'll see now that says that is in a draw setting. You'll also see that it's a 10 gram weight. You can actually get different weights for that if you want to optimise your performance even more. None of these things are what this video is really about though, guys. So you'll see here that now when this is in the draw setting, I can still play a shot that goes left to right. This is a setting that 90% of golfers do have it in because they don't want to hit that shot there, the big left to right fade. Some people may even call it a slice. So James, what can I do to get this in the best setting? So many people think we're going to change the CG, that's going to be the best option for me. But what about if I actually take the driver head off? So many people don't even kind of do this and play with it because you've been fitted for your driver, you know that you need a 9 degree and that's it. Whereas if I do look at my settings here, you see I can change the loft, you can check I can have standard loft, lower loft or higher loft. But what about this here where it says lie angle? If I move my driver into an upright lie angle with the same loft on here, that changes how the loft sits at the golf ball and dynamically will bring the toe up in the air ever so slightly. That means the ball is going to start a little bit further left. That's going to dramatically reduce the amount of left to right spin the ball has on it and should potentially help you hit straighter golf shots. So if I put a very similar swing as that last shot on this one, this is sat so upright now, the toe's massively up in the air, the same swing should result in a straighter golf shot. Now if your bad shot isn't a left to right, if your bad shot does go straight left, this will absolutely ruin your golf game, so make sure you're doing the right thing for you. I even want to talk to your local PGA Pro or your fitter and see if you can work out a way to make your driver a little bit flatter, because that does the opposite to the ball flight. This isn't something that you can do just off the shelf. You would have to get this properly fitted, but also play around with the loft guys as well, because if you haven't been fitted for a driver and you think that 9 degree is the optimum for everyone who's ever bought a driver, you may be mistaken. And this really is the beauty when you do get an adjustable driver. I highly recommend if you do buy one of these drivers, you go and get fit for it. You make sure that the loft's right, you make sure that the shaft is right. But if you go and pick one up secondhand, not everyone can afford to go and get fitted, not everyone has the time to go and get fitted. You can maybe just have a play around with the shaft as well. Obviously you saw there, the shaft does come off. And if you don't have the right shaft for your game, I see so many people who go and buy a 9 degree stiff shafted driver and then really struggle with it. So instead of going to spend a load more money on a 10.5 degree regular driver, you might be able to just go and buy another shaft and pop the loft up a little bit. So if I do pop a little bit more loft on this club, this key's never being used as much, you can see that I have still got it in that draw setting, and I can now pop this up to a loft of 9 degree with 2 extra, and that does play 11 degrees. The variance between that is pretty high. 2 degrees is a lot, so you can always make sure that driver is in the right specs for you, bearing in mind if you are playing on a windy day on a links course or a nice sunny day in Florida where you really want the ball up in the air. So we've got 11 degrees on this driver now. I haven't changed the shaft because I was fitted for it. I know it's the right shaft for me, but straight away looking down, it looks more inviting because of that loft. So if I just aim up the right side, you'll see how easy it is to launch that driver up in the air. I can't believe how well that has gone. Guys, that's a little secret when you do buy an adjustable driver. Don't just think about adjusting the weights there. Make sure you do think about loft, lie angle and shaft, and that will help you improve your drives.